and welcome back to Roll on the Adventure, the podcast where we make, break, and revise role-playing games for your entertainment. I guess we're doing the intro again.
Roll
on
the
adventure.
I like the fact the only thing that stays across all of them is that someone says roll on the adventure at the very end. Alright. Yep. So in the last part, our intrepid time wranglers were sent to the moon, where they had basically babysat the Apollo 11 moon landing. And they managed to get the Eagle module, the landing module, to land on Earth mostly unharmed. They mostly managed to stay out of the view of the two astronauts, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. However, they discovered that the orbiting module, the Columbia module, exploded after it made one orbit of the Earth, of the moon. They also discovered that there was a time, what would we call it? Like a hustler?
Wrangler.
Wrangler.
Yeah, Time Rustler.
Time Rustler. These terms are getting confusing. There was a Time Rustler inside the landing module, who they very quickly dispatched. And now I will go through the intro thing again.
Before you do, am I recalling wrongly, or does the tracer get re-rolled now?
No, it does not.
Okay. Because
that sounds dumb. It just sounds dumb, because then the traitor would never win.
Sorry, go on.
No, that's fine. Okay, I'll go through what tags have changed when I do the description. Okay, so space, the final frontier. Out here, you can see a black. Well, actually, no, it's not black. It's neon. It is completely neon pink out here, with like neon green boulders, and everything is completely and utterly brightly colored.
Yay!
It's still empty though, for what seems like
a moon.
This is now a psychedelic moon. You think you get ill just by looking at it. There's still a nothingness for what seems like an infinity around you. All sound is sucked out into the vacuum, and you feel cold even through the many layers of your spacesuits. Bright pink dust kicks up as you move your feet, and you feel almost completely weightless in this new environment. The only dash of color, well, in fact, one of the bigger dashes of color in this environment, is a blue sphere which hovers in your field of vision. And you notice, in fact, that you're not moving around it is moving around you.
Ooh. That's disturbing.
And vaguely in the silhouette of the Earth as it moves around, you can see the silhouette of a space shuttle heading towards you. So just to say for our listeners, the world tags have now been changed, and one of them has been gotten rid of. So the original world tags for the moon are empty, vacuum, monochromatic, reduced gravity, orbiting, and calm. Monochromatic is now completely gone. So now the entire moon is a psychedelic neon dream.
Brilliant.
The changing tag is orbiting. So now instead of the moon orbiting the Earth is now orbiting the moon. So the Earth is now really buggered no matter what you do. But hey, you're only here to do your one mission.
Mm-hmm. Also, Psychedelic Moon is the name of my early 2000s shoegaze band.
Nice. Okay. So
we save stated just after the lander landed, right?
Yes, so you did save state. So time fast forwards to the point where the landing module is on the surface of the bright pink moon.
Mm-hmm.
I have something I want to do while all the prepping to get out of the landers being done.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I am going to distill empty into a bullet for use later. Using the emptiness around me to create a bullet of emptiness.
Okay, this is new.
Yeah.
So, one of the mechanics of the game is if you can find an object with a property and put it into a bullet, and that is fine. However, taking the absence of an object and
It's a
turning
wall
that into a
tag.
bullet kind of feels a bit bullshit to me, to be honest.
I would say because it is an established world tag, empty is fine. You can just still.
We are around the void of space.
Yeah, I'm going to say for just not making this stupidly annoying, you can distill empty. So
Okay.
you now have empty as one of your 6 bullets.
I've got it spare for the next next.
Oh,
reset.
okay. So it's like
Yeah.
something you can of next reset. Okay, that's fine.
It's just my out of character. My plan is if we have to do another one, this is going to be a very quick way to get the Time Wrangler out of the module by making
You just
it
make them
empty.
vanish, sure.
Yeah, because you guys didn't actually safe state. So the Wrangler is still inside the module, and he is waiting for someone to find him.
I have
Mhm.
absent as my second bullet.
I've
but
got inverted, but that could prove horrifying. That would not be a
Oh,
good way for
How
me.
much of an anti-hero do you want to be, Melissa?
I like the fact that this entire game was predicated on being non-violent.
Turn him into a good guy with it.
Yes,
That's better.
that
yeah.
could work. Okay, so basically the situation is the same as before. What do you guys want to do?
I'm
You
going
can.
to go to the landing. Are they out of the pod yet?
Yes, they are out of the pod and they're doing the same thing they were doing before with
Mhm.
gathering up
Yeah.
rocks and dust, which are now bright pink.
I've got
Okay.
a plan to stop
Go
them
up
coming
the
back.
landing pod.
You're going towards the landing pod?
Yep, and I'm going to shoot him when I reach him with inverted to make him good.
We'll see how that interprets on the roll.
Okay, I'm
uh,
going to say that this is. I'm just going to go through stuff and you can roll and then we can like go through everyone. Then we'll do results all at the same time, just so I have my sanity. Right. So I'm going to say purely due to the pure evil that the Time Rustlers are. I'm going to say this is a glitch dice 2, and this is versus your shooting. So reduce that by 1. So roll 1d6.
I mean,
4.
I was like thinking, can we blag the calm of the moon?
Not in this
No.
situation. Anyway, you rolled a 4, so you succeeded. You shoot the Time Rustler who is inside this pod, and he looks like he was about to shoot you. You shoot him, and it seems like his domino mash just like fades away, and you can now see his face. And he lowers his gun. He lowers his gun, holsters it, and looks at you and like raises his hands in surrender. Congratulations, you've now made an ally.
Shall we
Sweet.
save state?
Yeah,
Okay.
It has to be unanimous, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. That seems actually reasonable. That's a net gain. That's a net
Okay.
gain. We have an infinite number of save states, I think, so that seems okay.
That seems like an awful lot of reluctance.
No, I'm just kind of like, wait, do we have a rule about a finite number of?
No,
but
you
we
don't.
so it's
We
all
don't
good.
have any
It's
rules
fine.
on
It is
save
infinite
state.
save states. It's
I was
just
like, is this a resource? But it's not, so we're cool.
yeah, no, it's infinite. The entire point is that save stating just makes it permanent, so that's the problem. So yeah, you do that. You save stated. You have now turned the Time Bandit into a good guy, and in fact, because you're not worrying about him shooting you, you can see that his suit has a name imprinted onto it, and his name is Alex Lex Alhorn. So Lex sort of again raises his hands in surrender. He can't speak to you because he's not on the same radio waves as you. But he will do something in a moment. Meanwhile, the other two, what are you two doing?
I am going to, knowing where Aldrin goes in the first loop, I go and beat them there and hide behind the rock as before and wait to loose a shot.
Okay, I'm just going to say you just do that because you're using hindsight, essentially.
It is
So-
2020.
Yes, I need to kind of make sure that it seems that we wasted a fair number of bullets on making sure that they didn't see us last time. So I'm going to circumvent some of that and shoot him with confusing.
Confusing.
And then they will be out of action for the duration of this, and we can kind of go about our way without being disturbed by Aldrin.
Okay, I'm going to say roll a 1 glitch dice if you're trying to do the ricochet maneuver again.
Oh, yes, there are 2 of them, aren't there? Yes, let's hit them both.
Okay, yep, so roll me 1 glitch dice.
It's a 6.
Yep, you do the exact same maneuver again. It ricochets off both of their helmets, and they are now completely confused as they bash into each other and are basically trying to figure out where they are. And you can hear just like chatter. It sounds like they think the settings on their visors have gotten a bit confused. Like it's reversed somehow. Yeah, it's like with all the colors, just completely, they have no idea what's going on. And they are now trying to reorganize themselves, but they cannot see you.
Okay.
They cannot see either of you. Meanwhile, Miriam, what are you going to do?
I mean, Cecil's dealt with what I was going to deal with. So, yeah, I'm going to check the module over, make sure there's no sabotage here, and then try and work out exactly how we're going to get up to the upstairs, basically.
Okay, so you go in there, and again, there's no damage as far as you can see. The only person in there is Lex. And without being able to say anything, he points towards what looks like a monitor. And as you look at it, you feel like something's trying to connect you from it. And you start hearing another voice. This one comes to you saying, "This is Houston. This is Houston. Come in, come in. What's going on up there?"
Aren't the other astronauts already getting things sorted?
Well, I mean, they're being confused. So this one, they are speaking into your suits as well.
Okay. Right, who do we pretend to be? It's now the question.
Well, I'm no longer with you, darling.
Oh, are they speaking to us? Do they know we're here?
They're not speaking. They don't know about you explicitly. They know there's just people up here, and they are saying what's going on. So anyone can respond.
So we should say nothing. Unless they specifically know we specifically are here, then we say nothing because we're trying to keep the timeline accurate.
As you say this, Lex points more like forcefully at it.
I guess if we're looped, if all 3 of us are looped in on comms, even if we're not physically close to the screen.
Yeah, I'm going to say for convenience, all of you can hear everything else the others are saying.
Cecil gets an idea and tries to imitate the voice of Buzz Aldrin.
Ooh.
Okay.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to say, but we're going to say something. We've got to do something with this information, otherwise it's a waste. Cecil goes up. We have a minor problem. It seems that one of our colleagues is still about to try and settle their half of the pod. I think there might be an electrical fault. Please advise.
Okay. I'm going to say roll me 1 glitch dice.
Ooh, that's a 2.
Okay, partial success. So, Houston comes in over your comms and says, "Aldrin,
Yeah.
You sound really staticky. Are you okay? What's going on? We're losing contact with Collins."
Yeah, Collins might be Collins might be in a bit of a sticky situation. They're trying to get back to they might be trying to use the landing procedure, but I think there's a fault. Please advise on fixing a coolant fault.
Well, we told him about the coolant fault. It seems that it was getting way too cold up there. We said it might freeze. We gave him ideas of what to do, but he just said he was just going to turn it off and turn it back on again when he came back around.
Understood.
We're not exactly sure if that'll work, but I guess he's the astronaut.
Mission Control's like, I guess. Sure, understood. We'll try and recon, and we'll get back to you with updates. Over and out.
All right, and Houston clicks off.
Okay, so does anyone have any way of stopping that that launch? What's it called? Thing in the
Orbiter.
orbiter. That's it. I mean, I've only got meh.
The
I don't
other
know what
half of
that
the
means.
pod. Miriam.
Yeah.
Oh no, Miriam. Yeah, Miriam might be able to do it, or Melissa. Either of you. Any ways of getting some solid airtime?
I mean, got a plan.
Okay, what's your plan?
Okay, so I have overachieving, absent, buoyant, and windy.
Oh no. Okay. This sounds fun.
So you know that the rover.
I don't know if the rover was even on this mission.
Was it? I don't think.
No,
I don't
it
know if
hasn't been
was.
mentioned yet.
Yeah, no, the rover hasn't been made yet. There are random bits of technical gear around here. So
Right.
if you want to,
We're
BS
gonna
something
have to
together.
build something with some springs in it.
Yep, there are definitely springs. So that's something you can do.
So yeah, I'm gonna need Melissa's help to cobble together a space pogo stick.
Okay, what can I do you for?
I need you to help me build a space pogo stick.
Okay,
But
I'm going to say.
Ooh, actually, that feels like something that is beyond a little bit of our personal ability. And Cecil very very gracefully walks across, since everybody's currently out of commission and there's no need to hide ourselves. Walks straight up to which is the more technical of the two of you, Miriam or Melissa?
It's not me.
I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm 0 on routing. So
This is tooting. This is making things.
Yeah.
I'm tooting. I've got.
Sure, yeah. Walks straight up to Melissa, points the gun square in the middle of your chest, and gives you the widest smile, and says, "Have fun," and shoots you with creative.
Okay. Yep. You don't roll any glitch dice here. You are now creative, Melissa. You feel a surge of creativity in terms of invention. I'm going to say, because of that, I'm going to reduce the glitch dice that I was going to give you for creating this pogo stick by 1.
Yep.
So in this case, you are only rolling. So this was actually going to be very difficult, but you're now only rolling 1 glitch dice as opposed to the, I think, 4 glitch dice I was going to make you roll. So yes, roll a glitch dice to see if you can make a space pogo stick.
The answer is no. No, I cannot.
What did you roll?
I didn't roll a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6.
So you rolled a 1.
That is another way of looking at it, yes.
Okay.
I mean,
is it made but bad, or just a failure?
I'm going to say, because it's fun, that you rolled it. It is created. However, because of your creativity, you've been trying to add way too many things to this. So it has a tag of its own.
cool.
Explosive.
Oh, why don't you tell us the tag, man? I was hoping to find that out by surprise.
As was my plan, I am going to shoot the spring bit, the one that will actually launch us, with overachieving.
Oh no! So this thing's now overachieving and explosive.
Hang on. And we're gonna get this. So if we can get this thing outside, we can launch ourselves up, right?
Yeah, you can do that. Lex is more than happy to help you, carry outside.
No, I was going to charm Lex into doing it. Not only do I have a tooting of 2, my tag is Lothario.
Oh, nice.
He is helpful. So he will help you bring outside.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay. Are we gonna go for it?
Oh, I guess before we do that, I think about what I know about time bandits, and realize that their timepieces are considerably less reliable. And I wave my gun at Lax and make a swapping motion.
Okay, you want to have. Okay, this will mean if you fire the gun, I randomly roll what you put out, right?
That's fine.
Okay, he's helpful. He's not going to resist you.
Mhm.
So he gives you his timepiece, and you notice his timepiece is a lot fancier than yours.
Yep, and I'm immediately jealous.
But he takes your timepiece and he holsters it.
I am PMing you my list of bullets.
Yep, so I now have your list of bullets, and technically you can still get your bullets if I roll them, but
Yep.
now you have 1 in a 27 chance of getting something really random.
That's okay.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I really don't want him to like go up there, fire, and get, I don't know, sticky, and
Coming
just.
with us.
I'm gonna say this thing does have enough room for 2 people, but if you do, it will be more difficult to go. So two of you can go up in this thing, and there are other ways for you to get up there.
I think 2 is the right number.
Okay. Who wants to assist Lex on this expedition then?
Lex raises his hand and gets ready.
Okay, I'll assist Lex.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so there are other ways to get up to the module if you want to try something else, but presuming this is all you're going to be doing.
I mean, I don't know how to fly a spaceship.
I mean, there are like air capsules, like air tanks.
It's fine. Melissa's creative. She can solve it.
Yeah, let's just say for now this is what you're doing. Do you wish to save state?
Nope.
Yes.
It has to
You're
be.
gonna have to talk me into it, because
I mean, we've already made sure that they're not going to know that we're the people who are doing it. We have a way of getting up to the spacecraft, and we have 2 people with the resources to go and get it fixed.
Okay.
Yep, I vote for safe state.
Okay, you are now
Fine.
safe stated. You now have the very unstable space pogo stick. Okay, so Lex and Melissa, you get onto this pogo, and
Before I launch, I just want it known that my character says, "This is one small pogo for woman, one giant leap for mankind."
oh my gosh,
Okay.
Cecil applauds.
Yeah. And I've got a good send off for you, because I've got the bullet absent.
Okay, so how are you going to use the bullet absent?
So basically, as soon as they start like lifting off, like still nice and close. So it's still going to be a pretty reasonable shot, unless it goes absolutely mad. In which case I'll probably just miss. I'm going to shoot them with absent to get them further away from me.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, but okay.
I mean, if you glitch the shot, you'll just teleport them into nowhere. But I believe in you.
Yeah, I will. Let's adjudicate. So, in fact, what I'm going to get you to do is, as this pogo stick goes boing boing, poof, and just basically fires itself up into the orbit, where you can now see the module is now coming back around.
Oh, I'm not going to shoot them when they're in up. That's a silly.
Oh, well,
it was
I
more
mean,
to get them off the ground.
They were going to go off the ground anyway. If you're going to shoot this bullet, there's not much of a difference between shooting in air and shooting on the ground.
I'm not going to bother then if they're already up there.
I mean, it's not. It could give them a boost to make it quicker, but
That was
up to
basically
you.
all I was trying to do.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay, yep. So you don't shoot absent. In that case, Melissa, roll me, because this is a fairly difficult roll. What's your tooting? You don't have a lot of rooting, which is what I would definitely say this roll is. Roll me 4d6.
What's rooting? Sorry.
Rooting was basically, because tooting is the social skill, rooting is the acting
The
skill.
other way around, isn't it? It's the fight. It's the
No.
Nope. Nope.
Tootin's about being loud and charismatic and action heavy, and rootin is about being kind of technical, about like exploring strategy. And I guess if you're trying to aim and not die, that feels more like a rootin.
This is definitely this is not a tooting roll in any way, sense, or form.
I thought I was going for it's riding an out of control space pogo stick, so it's like
In that case, that would be so much rooting. That's even athletics is so much rooting. This is rooting no matter what you determine. So roll me 4d6, Maggie.
Okay, 4d6.
Yes.
Roll. Oh, I got 16. And none of them were glitches.
Absolutely
Hey!
perfect.
Nice.
Okay. Despite the sheer difficulty of trying to navigate this thing with 2 people on it, into orbit on a moving towards a moving module, you do somehow manage to land on top of it. And neither of you have been thrown off. Like, nothing has gone wrong. It hasn't exploded. Though it looks like it's getting pretty close. And yeah, you are fine. You are now on top of the Columbia orbiting module.
Can I get... So it's an explosion building up?
No, that was just more of a narrative thing. Explosive would have happened and will maybe happen if you roll failures on this thing.
Okay, so I need to figure out what... I can't really... I mean, ideally I'd get in there, but I can't do that without him noticing me.
Yeah, but at this point, like, not being noticed isn't one of your prerogatives. Your prerogative is to stop the tragedy.
Can I stop it? Okay, can I render it just inactive? Like, just stop it moving, stop whatever he's, fiddling about with meh.
You're going to try and stop this thing moving in orbit with meh.
Yeah.
Haven't you already fired Meh?
No, I didn't. I remember I had to retcon that because I realised I'd read my table wrong.
Ah,
Yes.
right.
Okay, I'm gonna say you have a shooting of 1. Roll me 1d6 because that is a bit of a stretch, just considering how physics works.
Oh, sorry. I that's why that... 3! Yay!
Hey!
Alright, you do shoot it, and it is moving a lot slower now, despite how physics works. It still is moving, it hasn't just stopped dead, because if it did, it'd just fall to Earth. Or fall to the moon, I guess. But it is now moving a lot slower. And I would say, while you're doing this, you notice movement from 2 people inside.
Right, 2.
Yes.
Oh no. Hey guys. Oh, sorry, guys and gals. There are 2 people in there. There should only be 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's more than one bandit.
Good job. There's 2 of you.
Well, they would probably be expecting their ally to still be on their side, right?
Mask.
Ah. Well,
Worth a
they're
shot, though.
quite they're quite they I guess know how to double cross people. So maybe they'll assume that their ally's being a double agent. Who knows? I guess all we can do now is watch this play out.
On the plus side, there's no reason not to attempt going into the module now because they, one person's not meant to be there as much the same as another.
Beautiful.
Okay, I will try to get into the module.
Okay. I'm gonna say it doesn't take you like any effort to get into the module because there is an obvious thing to get in. It's difficult for you to like open it because suction, but with the help of Lex, you are able to get into this module. And the module isn't very big. In fact, it's quite cramped as you and Lex go into there. And you can see Collins, who is floating around, reading a book, getting ready to flick a switch, while you can see another person in a domino mask looking at you.
Okay, I'm going to send the person in the domino mask crashing to the moon with heavy.
Okay.
Get off my fuck! Why do I keep blanking on this?
Shuttle.
Thank you. Get off my shuttle.
All right. I'm gonna say roll me 2d6 because you're in sort of the wrong area for this to work easily. You're basically
Fudge.
having to flip them off the edge.
Glitch.
Oh, so was that 1 glitch or 2?
1 glitch.
Okay.
1-1.
I'm going to say there's a partial success. So what happens is you fire the bullet as she is coming towards you. She was raising her gun to shoot you. You fire, it hits her. She hits the edge of the module, but she doesn't fall out. Instead, she grabs onto it, and because she is heavy, is now dragging the module down to Earth. And you guys on the moon can see that this module is now also crashing into the ground.
Okay.
So is there anything you two want to do?
I'm shooting a rock with absent.
Okay. What are you trying to do
get-
with absent here?
Get rid of the bullet.
Or maybe you could shoot the person with absent, maybe?
That is a thing you could do. It's better than shooting the rock.
I have no line of sight from here.
I'm going to say you do.
That'd be about 5 glitch dice because it's like something hurtling down. I aim for a small person and I can barely see them.
Let's have some daring do. I'll take the shot.
I have 0 shooting. So I'm going to waste the bullet.
Okay, you're ready. Oh, you're just shooting
one.
at a rock. Okay,
yes.
Yeah. Sorry, you really confused me because I thought you were trying to do something useful. You didn't
No.
tell me when you're wasting bullets because that makes it easier. Okay.
I thought it was obvious.
No, it wasn't. So yeah,
Don't tell me when you're wasting your time.
You shoot a bullet at a rock and it disappears.
Yeah, but my next one is buoyant.
Okay. Well, this still has the same problem because you're still shooting.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to shoot a small person who's partially inside it.
So are you shooting the shuttle with buoyant?
I'm trying to go for the module, but it's worth
Okay.
a shot.
I'm going to say that's 4 glitch dice because that's not much easier.
I mean, the thing's about 17 times the size. But okay.
It's not 17 times the size. It's not that big.
The size of a person.
Not 17 times the size of a person.
I'm trying to shoot like someone's legs as they're hanging out of a module.
No, I'm saying the module isn't like 17 times the size of a person. It is 4 glitch dice.
I got 1 glitch.
All right. Okay. So with that, I'm going to say, I wonder which one's the better result here. I'm going to say partial success. You do manage to clip the very edge of the module, and it stops exactly crashing towards you, but it still has been massively shaken because of the sudden tilt, essentially. And you can now actually see someone has fallen out of the module, as Collins has been thrown out of the module and is now floating in dead space.
Colin's the one we didn't want, isn't?
Collins is the guy who wants to be alive.
Yeah.
Collins is the good guy.
With no sensible way to try and retrieve, I go and this feels like a circumstance where retrieving them alive is going to be very difficult at this point. So, and we still have 1 reset left. So, unless Melissa has any bright ideas, I'm going to take the shot and pray for teleporting.
Oh.
Okay.
Teleport, do it.
All right. So
I guess I'm gonna. Which do we want to do first? Do you want to select the bullet and not tell me, then I'll roll, or I roll and know how well I'm doing, and we'll see what the bullet does. Either way round, I'm fine with.
I'm gonna say you're rolling. So you have a shooting of 1. So and this is a bit closer. So I'm gonna say you have 3 dice to roll.
Okay. And that is including the modifier of the 1. Okay, cool. Yep. Am I using anything from the kind of like environment to make this easier? No, not really. So yeah, let's go. 3, 5, and 3. I hit him.
Yes, you do hit him. You hit him with. Okay. You hit him with duplicitous.
Oh no!
2 of him.
Yeah, there are now 2 Collins in dead space.
We have twice the opportunity to rescue them now. It's fine.
They're still floating in dead space. They aren't falling to the moon because they're too far out of orbit to actually do that. But they're essentially floating in orbit, and the longer they're out there, the more likely they are to just die.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
I kind of call Melissa. I that didn't quite go to plan, but if you've got something very daring that you can do to pull one of them back, that would be great.
I mean,
Yeah.
the next bullet in my chamber is sacred, and I won't lie, I'm not entirely sure I know what that would do.
I mean, you might make one of them ascend, and that would maybe keep them alive.
I'm just going to try shooting them with sacred.
Okay, you're going to try to shoot both of them or one of them?
Both of them.
Okay. That's fine. Roll me, I guess you've got shooting of one. Roll me one glitch dice.
6! Haha! Take that.
Alright, your bullet ricochets off the both of them as they are now sacred.
Yes, what does that... Have fun with...
I'm just wondering how I'm gonna do this. I'm going to say, for sakes of, because ascending doesn't make much sense and it would be much better for them. They are now immortal for a limited period of time. So they will not die quickly, but they're still floating. So yeah. At this point, I'm going to say it's dramatically appropriate that the two, that Aldrin and Armstrong, who have been confused this entire time,
oh god,
are now starting to understand what's going on, and they can see you two.
Yes, Cecil walks over to them, having scooped up a hand of like neon, psychedelically colored moon dust, and just kind of like blows it in both of their faces. It's like, it's all a dream. You're still safe at home. Just ride out the rest of this adventure, and you'll get home safe.
Sorry, Amy, did you interpret duplicitous as doubling things?
That's what I interpreted.
Oh, sorry, I was confused.
Not necessarily duplicitous as betrayal. Multiple definitions.
Huh.
Yeah, duplicitous is like having two ideas. But, yeah.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how I interpreted it, because you didn't give me an interpretation.
The more you know, shooting star passes in the background.
The more you know. Yeah, so that happens. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say you don't have... Roll me one glitch dice to see if this works.
Yeah, my tootin'. I'm trying to be charming. It's a 1. Never mind.
Okay. They are... You do this and they are blinded, so they can't see you. However, because you've done this and then you are saying, you know, you're back at home, and they obviously know they're not at home. They obviously know they're in space. They are both terrified, and they just start running randomly towards the module, crashing into things. So they are going to be trying to deal with that. Anyway, Melissa, you are in the module. You have shot them with sacred. The other time bandit who was on the ground, who was hanging out of this capsule, is going to shoot you.
Okay. I'm going to freeze them with cold. Any chance I can get lucky and that will release their grip on the thing?
Well, let's see if you hit them. I'm going to say roll me one glitch dice because you are trying to quick shot them.
Cold?
Yep.
Oh. Is that a bullet?
Yep, that's a bullet.
That's a bullet.
Huh. I didn't catch that one. My bad.
You're bad indeed, Nathan.
I see hot.
It's because it's one of the ones I put in.
Ah.
Because two of them were cold, so I changed one to hot.
Right. My bad.
Okay, so what was your roll, Maggie?
I rolled a 5.
Okay, you do hit them. And in fact, you hit them before they hit you. So, yeah, you shoot this other time bandit, and you see the bullet they had was on fire, but you shoot past it. The bullet just completely freezes in midair and falls. It starts like floating. And you manage to hit them as well. And while they don't necessarily fall off the thing without you doing anything else, they are now completely and utterly frozen. And you guys from the moon can see that this person that was hanging out the side of the capsule is now completely frozen solid.
I will kick them out the module.
Okay, are you going to do a one-liner as you do this?
This is the moon.
Yeah, I thought you'd do that. Okay. You don't have to roll anything because, they can't do anything to stop you. They fly out the edge of the thing, and just because it's kind of cool, they scatter into particles of ice
Ooh.
as they fall out the end.
Nasty.
And they are completely gone. Lex looks kind of sad about this. Because you basically just killed his partner. Yeah, but
what does Lex do?
Lex is going to, because he doesn't know what's in your gun. He hasn't looked what's in your gun.
No.
He is going to, let me think, because he doesn't know what's in your gun, so he does. Ooh, he's going to shoot himself.
Okay.
Is what he's going to do.
Ooh, he's going for a buff. Okay.
He shoots himself, and because of the bullets that I got given by Nathan, he now splits into two.
Okay.
Actually, no, wait. Duplicitous was like traitor, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah, it could just turn him back.
Yeah, he shoots himself, and the domino mask reasserts itself
Oh,
on
no.
his face. He is now evil again.
Oh no, this wasn't the
Any
plan.
chance I can use my malfunction bullet to try to stop that?
I'm going to say because you were focusing on the other thing that you can do it. It'd just be very difficult.
You know what? No guts, no glory.
Okay, roll me 3 glitch dice.
I'm going to save Bob from himself.
Okay, you're going to save Lex from himself and shoot and roll 3 glitch dice.
1 glitch, 2 successes.
Okay, I'm going to say for sake of fun, what were you shooting? Malfunctioning?
Yeah.
Okay, partial success. You don't incapacitate them, but what you do is they are a bit slower. They were going towards you. You shoot them, and they are sort of blown out of the side of this capsule, and they start going towards the top of the module where the pogo stick is.
Oh no.
They all have a penalty to their next roll, but okay, that's what they're doing. Meanwhile, people on the planet side, what are you going to do?
We've got to find some kind of way to go and retrieve our 2. What's the male equivalent of a damsel? It's fine. Damsels in distress.
I suppose we're walking.
I mean, walking is slow. You've got some way to make us faster.
We got how many hours until everything's supposed to be in the air again?
The hour is technically past at this point.
Yeah, the hour for the crash, but like you said, we had there was like another 20 hours. So.
I mean, I'm going to say time. The thing that caused the reset to happen is the thing exploding. The thing hasn't exploded. There is no reset. So technically, you have infinite time.
I mean, you don't, because if
you have 20 hours, but in 20
stuff,
hours, you have 20 hours. All of this, it will end way before 20 hours passes.
Yeah,
I will tell you now.
I mean, if they die, we're still on the hook.
Yes. So you have time is the simple answer. Like, I will not penalize you for minute areas of time.
I think we should walk. I got windy, and I kind of want to keep it.
Are you sure? Desperate times.
I want to keep it in case we need to get them back in the air.
Okay.
Okay. Where are you walking to?
I think there is like a right. So we've kind of established that there isn't really like a vehicle inside the part of the ship that landed. Is there anything motorized in there?
There is a couple of random scientific objects you can make to be motorized. There is also a couple of air canisters.
Air canisters works. Okay, so I am gonna go.
They need those to breathe.
No,
do you want to rescue them or not?
They don't need all of them. There's additional ones in here.
Yeah, I go and take one. It's going to be enough to only
I'm-
propel myself, but it seems that if Miriam is not going to be bold to try and save the day, I'm going to have to take this up to myself. So Cecil
Fine.
grabs one of the air canisters and starts sprinting at the lip of like a crater, so there's a ramp to get some air.
Okay, and you are just gonna like stab this thing and fucking
And
surf?
then just kind of like launch myself, up to...
Okay.
I'm going to do a literal Christ air to retrieve these two sacred astronauts.
So you're going to try and save the astronauts, is what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
That makes a lot more sense.
What do you think
Yeah.
I was going to do with
I
trying
thought
to
you
get
were-
up in the air?
I thought you were heading towards Melissa.
No, Melissa's good.
Oh, right. No, sorry. That I did misread what you meant then.
Right. I'm going to say
But I'm sticking around anyway.
that's fine. You're doing the boring thing and walking.
No,
Roll me 3 glitch dice.
Mm-hmm.
is
Because
that
this is a
modified
bold
by,
maneuver.
modified by 2 then?
Ooh, 5, 6, and 4.
But yeah. Okay. Even with, like you saved both of them. You Christ air like spiraling around.
Mhm.
It's almost completely chaotic, but you manage to essentially almost like bucking bronco it
Mhm.
as you fly up and you grab both Collins's.
Yeah. Once I
you
have
now
one in
them.
each. I have one in each arm, and since I'm still kind of there's still a level of propulsion in the air canister left. I basically somersault this backwards, so we're now flying back into the earth again, to the moon again. I guess at this point, there's no way I can maintain holding both of these guys and the gas canister. So the gas canister's goodness knows where, but the momentum is pushing us at least back into the moon again.
I'm going to say the gas canister is going to maybe do a thing. But yeah, you land back to Earth, and I'm going to say because you rolled, complete success.
Mhm.
You get back to the ground, and you are fine. They are both fine. They are very, very confused. And you can hear like Houston shouting in the back of your ear, being like, "What's going on?" But yeah, so that's what's happening.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, Melissa, you can see what was Lex, or what was your ally, is now crawling up the back of this module going towards the very explosive, very unstable pogo stick.
I'm going to have. I think I might have.
All
to...
we need is the service module.
Okay, I'm going to do something which may be sacrificing myself for the good of the mission.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to grab him and throw us off the shuttle.
Okay.
Now-
I'm going to say that doesn't. Oh,
Sorry, I did think about trying to grab the pogo stick and land on it to save myself, but no, I'm just gonna. I think that'd be too much for one move, so I'm just gonna throw us both off.
okay. I'm going to say that you don't need to roll for that because he's not focusing on you. You just do it. However, he does still have a gun. And I'm going to see what the next bullet he had in his list was. Okay. He fires the gun at you, and you are now attached to him. You are now just physically attached to each other. It's almost like super glue is suddenly spawned between your guys' limbs, and you are now just stuck together.
Okay, so I don't see how that hurts me. My whole aim to this was to grab him and pull him
Yeah,
down.
no, it doesn't. Like if he knew what was in it, he probably would have tried to attach himself to the module, but he doesn't. So he attached himself to you. You are now, unless you try and do something and save yourself, you are both effectively dead. Because you will die in an amount of time unless someone tries to save you.
I don't have any bullets, so
Oh, you are completely out of bullets.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, okay. This
Ace
is
in the
interesting.
hole. Oh wait, no, because you did.
No, we
want
have
to
vetoed
stay-
that for this game. Though
Yeah.
if it gets pretty cool, like I might just say we're going to do it. Okay, so Miriam, is there anything you want to do because you have now seen this happen?
Right. So, what is the situation? Because I thought that lander had hit the ground.
No. I will give a brief synopsis of what is happening because
Yeah.
it is kind of chaotic. So, the landing module is fine. The landing
Yes.
module is on the ground. Armstrong and Aldrin are running around, completely confused, trying to get back into the landing module. They're not
Not a
threatening you in
problem.
any way. Cecil has managed to save the 2 Collinses, and they are now on the
Yeah.
ground. I'm going to say in like a reasonable distance to the landing module. Meanwhile, the orbiting module is still in orbit, just a bit closer than normal.
Oh.
There is it wasn't crashing anymore. The pogo stick is on top of it, and now you can see both Melissa and Lex have been thrown off the side.
Mm.
That's the
Great.
situation, you know.
It looks
Right.
like I'm going airborne again then.
Oh, you're going to save Melissa. Well,
No,
God's
I'm going to go get the service module from
E-
the... 'cause-
either way, Godspeed.
I yell out, "He's stuck to me, don't interfere."
yeah, like, I see it. I know a heroic sacrifice when I see one.
Yeah, you know what this
Right,
is.
I'm going to have to grab the other air tank.
Okay, you grab the other air tank. What are you shooting for?
I need to get to that module.
Okay,
Because the problem is this service module's docked to it. Which
Yeah.
means if that goes out of control, if there's no one on that, the astronauts can't get back even though we've saved them.
that's fair. I'm going to say this thing, because it's still going in the orbit, is now basically right above your heads. So roll me 2 glitch dice.
Yeah. And I am going to shoot that windy behind me to give myself a bit better sort of...
Okay, I'm going to say
Angle.
because you're doing that, roll me 1.
I got 5.
5, yep. You spiral up into the air in like a perfect conical
I hate
shape.
this.
And you semi-majestically slam into the side of the module.
Boom.
Like, not completely majestic, because you do have propulsion, so it's not like you just gracefully, but you don't fall off. You don't disrupt it. The air canister just flies off into the middle of nowhere, and because I rolled something earlier, it collides into the other air canister, which was still flying up there, and they just both minorly explode.
Okay. Does anyone know how to fly one of these things?
No.
I will say the major problem you currently have is twofold. Firstly, there's still two explosives on this thing. The one that originally caused this thing to blow up, and the pogo stick, and also the fact that currently no one is in this module
Well, there's
besides
me.
you.
Also,
Yes.
am I dead yet?
I'm going to say I'm going to let Purple do some stuff first, because the guy with you still has bullets, so he can still do stuff. But yes. Actually, Melissa, I'm going to roll a random thing. I will give you a random tag, and when I say, you can shoot it, because I want to give Purple a chance to do his stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so Purple, what are you doing?
Right. I'm going to see if I can find the problem. It's a finding things thing. I know kind of where I'm looking.
Okay, I'm going to say you can find it because you have a routing of 2. That's perfectly fine. To fix it, I would say roll 1d6.
Is that cancelled out by my 2 in or not?
So again, this is your routing, not your tooting.
Oh, my routing's 2.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the reason why you could find it so quickly. What you find is that the coolant system is fine. The coolant system isn't a thing that's gone wrong. The button has seemed to, like, the wires have been crossed in a weird way, such that the hydrogen and oxygen that are inside this vessel will explode as soon as the button is pressed. That's what you see. To fix it, roll me 1, because this is fairly complicated.
This is going to be like the reset then. 3.
Ooh.
Okay, lucky. Yeah, so you do fix it. So one of the explosive thing on this is now completely fine. It will not explode when you do that.
Right. I'm going to need a call Houston because I ain't got the damnedest idea how to fly this thing.
Yeah, you call Houston as you're talking.
Oh
to
no,
them,
I was telling the party that.
Yeah.
So we
Oh.
get some.
I mean that seems like a sensible suggestion. I'm not quite sure if I can guide you from here, so I suppose Houston is going to be the most sensible way of doing it. And then Cecil turns to the duplicated astronaut. How are they responding?
Oh, they
how do
can tell me.
Yeah, how do they currently feel about the fact that there is they have a doppelganger?
They are completely terrified about the situation. However, when if you like ask them, like, because they can hear all the stuff that's happening, the Collinses will look up at you and then look up at the module, and they will start like giving off various bits of technobabble to basically try and write the thing. So I'm not going to go through that because I don't know how that works. But I'm going to say, like, when the time comes, roll me a 1 glitch dice to level this thing out. Meanwhile, Melissa,
Yes.
you have 1 bullet. What do you do?
Hold on, I just need to.
What is it?
Oh, here we go. Okay. Now, I know what you might be thinking I'm going to do. However, he is still stuck to me. So, my bullet is teleporting. The thing is, if I teleport him, I can't guarantee that he won't teleport. If I teleport myself, I can't guarantee that he won't teleport with me. That's the way I look at it. I'm going to teleport. Oh, so situation. We need to get the other Collinses in the module.
No, neither of them are in the module. Technically, you don't need them in the module. You just need someone in the module.
We can get them up if we.
Can I shoot one of the Collinses with a module with teleportation?
Yes, that would be difficult, but you can do it.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, roll me 3 glitch dice because you have you have 2 targets.
Also, I'm immediately next to the both of them.
No glitching.
Just one of them.
Okay. Yeah, you shoot both Collinses.
Oh.
And in fact, because I feel it's not fair for you to be on the ground anymore, you do manage to clip Cecil as well. So all of them now appear on top of the module.
You're welcome, sweetie.
As you are now pushed further into the rest of space. And I'm just going to say you're out of this combat unless someone tries to save you. So yeah, you are now on top of the module. The 2 Collinses immediately go into action. They're still incredibly confused, but they still go into action. They go inside the module, and they start pressing like random buttons and things. And now, because there's 2 of them,
it goes way faster.
It goes way quicker. So this thing starts to level out fairly quickly, and you can hear them talking to Armstrong and Aldrin on the planet side. And they are getting them to like get into the module and get out now. Basically, is what they're doing. So that's happening below.
Right. So I think we got like one thing before we, because this looks like it's going to be wrapped up.
Yeah. So there's really only 2 things you could do anything about. Firstly, the progress stick is. Yes.
Do I do something about the fact that we've got 2 Collinses?
This is a thing that I've been kind of waiting to do for the last 5 minutes. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I wait. I essentially wait until they've put themselves in a circumstance where they are not immediately in danger of clashing into one of the planet, into the moon. And Cecil goes over and claps one of them on the back, and it's like, "You did a great job. Now I think it's time for you to rest." And and shoots them in the back with one of the, I guess, entirely randomized bullets.
Oh God!
So you shot them. Okay.
One of them, just one, specifically just one.
I was thinking it was going to be like seduce them into joining us, but no. This is
Well, if we leave and then 2 of them come back to Earth, that's a problem.
Oh no! I thought like join us as Time Rangers.
Oh, it's too fucking late now.
No, definitely.
You shot them with absent.
Yes!
So he literally just disappears. He literally just disappears. And yeah, I'm gonna say, like, just for the sake of completeness, like, someone goes up to the pogo stick and basically throws it off the module, so it's not going to randomly explode.
Mhm.
And that drifts off into space. And in fact, Melissa, as you feel your oxygen is starting to get low, you see the pogo stick coming towards you, and it explodes,
Oh,
giving you a slightly less gruesome death. But yes, so
Sheer fate took mercy upon you.
yeah,
Okay.
the fate's also known as the DM took mercy. And yeah, so I'm gonna like fast forward. The module that was down, the Eagle module, is able to get back up to the other module. You guys are there, so they can clearly see you. They clearly know something's happened. Like
So
one
just
of them.
salute and jump out.
You jump out. Okay, Cecil, do you do that too?
I mean, so extraction. Do we all have to be in the same place, or do we just whoop out no matter where we are?
You whoop out like when the mission is complete, so it doesn't really matter what you
hang
do
on.
here.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Extraction. Yeah, your dad will be in the same place. Like you get whooped out as soon as the mission is complete, so it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, no. Cecil specifically stays on the module and is because basically we have exhibited godlike powers to mortal men, very science smart, but mortal men. And so essentially Cecil acts as, I don't know, a hastening factor.
Okay, so
As
I'm
it
gonna
were.
say you stay in the shuttle, and these three look completely shocked, like just complete open mouth gape as they start to go back towards Earth. As one of you is just like yeeted yourself out of this shuttle,
Mhm.
and one of them just brings up a camera, just like complete deadpan, just takes a picture of you.
Yep.
And at that point, you are whooped out of the
May I?
scenario.
And this is a thing that I am allowed. I can understand if you would veto it. Just before I bloop out, I fire one last shot.
Okay, what are you firing it at?
Controls.
Yeah,
What?
I
Okay.
guessed.
Why? Okay.
Just what do I get? What do I get? Please tell me. What do I get?
You got confusing.
Fun.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You shoot the controls are confusing, and now they, I guess, get lost at space, is what happens. Because they can't control the ship. So I don't know if that's what your intention was, but that's what happens.
Neat.
And yeah, so like fast forwarding, Houston obviously, got the first people to land on the moon. However, the brave souls were lost in space and never returned. So they never got any of the samples, and luckily never got any of the pictures of the Time Wranglers who were there.
yeah, that actually I can't.
So we lost.
You were the traitor, but that actually might be
Yeah,
better for
I
us.
think he's the traitor.
So yeah, let's go through this. So, who thinks that Purple is the traitor? Okay. Who thinks that Maggie is the traitor? Okay. Who thinks that Nathan is the traitor?
Me.
Yeah.
Are they correct?
And then
Alright.
Cecil quick changes out of the astronaut suit to an entirely identical astronaut suit underneath, but he has a domino mask on.
And you disappear.
I suspected David for most of it because of his can't do attitude.
Mm-hmm.
I did actually suspect David for a significant portion of the game.
I basically, as soon as that timepiece got handed over for the random one, I was like, if Nathan shoots that, he's the traitor, because it's a good excuse for things to go wrong.
Yes.
I mean, yes, absolutely.
So as soon as you shot that for the first time, I was like, yeah, I know who the traitor is.
So yes, technically, despite everyone's best efforts,
everyone lost.
Yep.
No, in fact,
No.
Nathan won.
No, he didn't, because we guessed who he was.
I don't get the
Oh,
I
shit.
don't get the super special victory.
Yeah, you
but
don't get
No.
any victory.
So let me speak as a DM, thank you. Yep, so technically the mission was a complete loss for the Time Wranglers because you were not able to prevent disaster. You prevented one disaster and sadly got caught in the very final bits of the second disaster. Meanwhile, however, the Scorpion did not get their special win condition because they were found out. So now the Time Wranglers are on you and they will hunt you down until you are dead.
You'll never catch me.
So there is now a recurring villain. And yeah,
It's a Time Wrangler.
yeah, and one of you died. So effectively, like Purple, your character just ends up like sees this happen, realizes with absolute like horror what has just happened, and you get whooped back to base. And you get just the absolute talking to of your life as you are given a new mission to now.
Oh, hell no. That's the favor that got called in. I ain't doing it twice.
Okay.
This kind of feels like I got away with it, fam. Nobody saw me do it, and
they did.
Yeah, they definitely saw you do it, but it will not be Miriam that comes after you. So yes, that was the second play session of this game, and next episode of On the Adventure, we'll be going over what we liked, what we maybe should improve on, any more rules kind of stuff we want to change, and getting new ideas for the next arc.
Mm-hmm.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.